You're. I said, hey, yo, welcome to Disagreeable. I am disagreeable. We are disagreeable. All right. And yeah, I got a couple minutes, so I just came here to talk a little BS. You know how we do. And I guess I missed this. But somebody mentioned me in one of their YouTube videos. You know, somebody mentioned me in one of their YouTube videos. So I'm going to pull it up. I listened to a little bit of it. And I didn't hear anything way left field disrespectful. So I'm not going to go in on him like that. Call me a clown, but this is the internet. You feel me? He called me a clown. I can understand how I could be perceived. How I could be perceived. You know, to have fun. So I understand how I could be perceived in such a way, you know? Hold on. Can you guys hear the dog barking outside? This damn giant puppy dog. Like my sister, I don't want to tell the story how she got, but she got this dog. He's a puppy, but he's huge. He's huge, he's goofy, he's kind of annoying. You feel me? He's already huge, and he's gonna be like 180 pounds or something like that, man. And I don't know how old this dog is, but he's definitely a puppy. And he barks like a old man who smokes cigarettes. He barks like an old man who smokes cigarettes. You feel me? What's no? What's good, Carmen? What's no? Did I ask a question? Did I ask a question? All right, we'll skip into. Hold on, let me get him up here. Because I like being roasted or whatever. You know what I mean? Let's get him up here. Oh, you don't hear the dog barking. All right, cool. And you know, I'm always paranoid. You know, young dogs always trying to like bust a move. Give me a second. Let me look where he's at. All right. All right. He's just doing his rounds. You feel me? You know, in the country area, we got big yards and all that. You feel me? I got a large house, a dog house in my backyard. And even my dog house got a backyard. What you know about that Cassidy shit? What you know about that Cassidy shit? Hold on. Let's get to it. All right, let's get to it.
No matter how many Pastor Bros have denounced this clown. But instead of just beating a dead horse, we want to talk about individual here. All right. Now, this dude is a very strange individual. And
yo, I'm gonna cut that for the opening of my show. I like how this guy said that. Hold up. Pause. You feel me? This dude.
All right. Now, this dude is a very strange individual. And this dude is a very strange individual. And he says things without anything to back it up. I know he's mad because certain Black American men are deciding to date other women overseas. But I want to know, why does this bother him? Why does he care?
And it's interesting about people online, no matter how mature or progressive they try to pretend like they are just talkers like everybody else. There's no way that you came to my page. Like, he's going to say some more stuff, but there's no way you came to my page and heard me say any of this. Oh, I'm against you going and finding a woman overseas. It's crazy how he puts up some video that I did, which I don't, probably a long time ago because I'm in a different location. He put up a video, right? I'm like, so you went and looked through my videos and you can't see me in Costa Rica. You can't see me in Colombia multiple times, like 15, 16 times in the span of less than 2 years. You can't see me in Jamaica multiple times in between those trips to Colombia and Costa Rica. All right.
I want to know if you click better with a certain group of women, they just have to be in another country, then other people got to live with that.
And I'm going to keep this respectful because hopefully you see this. Now, one of the things one of your contentions against me, people know me from this channel. I'm good at talking shit, not caring about anybody. You feel me? I saw somebody in your comments saying like, "Oh, I've seen that guy make comments around the manosphere before. I think he's a troll." You know what I mean? Think whatever you like. But we're gonna go point by point. You're saying I have problem with guys going overseas where they click, quote unquote, click better with the women. You feel me? I have some pushback against that. Yes, I do. Not because I don't think you should go anywhere and find a fucking woman. I don't care about that. I feel like you're a danger to lame dudes. You're a danger to lame dudes. And you can't tell a lame dude, and when I say lame, square, whatever, that's not a negative comment. That just means that you've been sheltered. You feel me? You can't tell a sheltered dude how to move around wolves and sharks. That's where I come in. That's why these passport bros or whatever, they need to drop the passport bro angle and just come be a real man. You feel me? Be a real man. Pay me my premium, and I'm gonna take you around. And let me not. Costa Rica, I'll talk on that stomping ground. Jamaica, I know you guys don't want to go there, but that's also like the back of my hand. And Colombia, Medellin specifically, I know that like the back of my fucking hand, dog. Everywhere, like the back of my hand. You feel me? And the surrounding areas where I went to go party and do shit. Venecia, you feel me? Areas like that, but let's not even get into it. And then we can speak on Colombia in general. So I've yet to go to Cali, but we can talk about the coast, the Costañas, Santa Marta. We can talk about Bogota. You feel me? We can talk about all these different areas. You feel me? The women are nicer. I'm just gonna go over there and I'm gonna find somebody with. Click. Are you just like that? That's kind of odd. You're not looking for a virgin. You smash before you go into a full-on relationship. You feel me? And in that, there's going to be some level of monetary exchange. You feel me? There is an agenda in that stage. Am I saying it's impossible to find somebody who will rock with you? But I'm not saying it's impossible to find somebody who will rock with you. I'm saying if you didn't have bad bitches, especially of a certain level of attractiveness and attention that they were getting in the United States, if that was never your experience, and then you go and then you go overseas, and you start getting like you think you're getting baddies and you're dealing with different type of women like that. No, you're most likely food, dog. Am I saying that you can't deal with baddies and you can't upgrade yourself to bad women? You feel me? Am I saying you can't do that? No, I'm not saying that you can't do that. I'm just saying that you don't have the experience to do that. You need somebody to hold your hand and walk you through this shit. You feel me? And that's where I come in. And that's when you pay me. That's why you pay me the big bucks.
They have to live with it. If they can't live with it, then they may see counseling, because they shouldn't care because it's none of their business.
Your sound cutting out real bad. I might be loud. Computer. My computer. On my trading platform, it was going kind of slow too. And I'm using the professional chat GPT. I'm using a training platform to trade different financial instruments and things like that, and it was running slow. So let me do this. I'm gonna restart this real quick, and I'm gonna come back. Actually, can I switch to my phone and talk shit while I do this? Can I switch on? Give me a second. Can I switch to my phone and do this? Give me 1 second. Let's get this shit out of here. Boom. Boom. Give me 1 second. We're going to get into it. I heard that I'm lagging badly, so We're gonna do this. We'll do this. We'll stop that. I'll enter here. All right. All right. Hold up. I'm in the studio here. You can hear, okay, hold on. Let me get out of here. Yep. All right, for sure. My bad, dealing with technical difficulties. We're gonna restart this real quick. Hold on. Yeah, my shit's going slow. Thank you for the alert, Carmen. We're gonna restart. All right. So like I was saying with the passport guy, I made no such claims. I made no such claims about you can't get a woman, you can't. I actually, let me, hold on, I gotta press restart the damn. What are you barking? Yeah. Let me restart this computer because I want the points to be made by homie. You feel me? Maybe I should just end this and restart because it's kind of messing up my flow. It's kind of messing up my flow because I wanted to get into his points. I'm not gonna attack dude. He didn't get, like I said, he didn't get too overly disrespectful, so I'm not gonna get overly disrespectful. That's how I move on the internet, unless I'm just talking crazy because you know that these social media platforms were made just to be hateful. So sometimes I like to use them for the reason that they were made. You feel me? Well, what other points this guy was making? Something about and here's the thing, he's attacking us because of this guy, Jay Rello, is acting up overseas, and this guy's attacking us, and he's not a passport bro. I'm a passport bro. I'm like, so, all right, so you're the final boss. You, the guy with the 1,000 point whatever followers, you're the final boss of the passport bros. Get the hell out of here, bro. Hold on. Give me a second. Let's go here with it. No, but let's end it there. Yo. If this is better, let me know. If it's not better, I'm just not going to do a show. I don't really give a shit. I can go study or do something. You feel me? Let me light this J up. Let me know if it's better. Let me know. 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 Is the sound better? Let me know. Boom, sounds good. All right. Thank you, Magical Family. Thank you, Magical Family. Right, let me get this shit back on my earphones. Hey, yo, Magical Family, we need to have a discussion too. We need to have a discussion to help me make some content. And it's I need your professional advice as a highest level of achievement that you can reach in academia. You feel me? People don't realize I got niggas like this around me. The highest level that he could achieve in academia. You feel me? Hold up. Hold up. Let's get it up here. All right. Share. We can pull it up. Pause. All right. I know. Did you just get here, Magical Family? Listen to this. I'm going to cut this for my intro. I love this.
All right. Now, this dude is a very strange individual. Yo, thank you, bro. Homie who made this, thank you. All right. Now, this dude is a very strange individual. And he says things without anything to back it up. Now, listen. This guy's talking as if he's familiar with me. I say things without anything to back it up. Anybody in my audience knows that my shit is 100% about being backed up, cross-referenced. You feel me? But it's okay. I know he's mad because certain Black American men are deciding to date other women overseas.
Okay, that's one of his points. I'm mad that Black American men are going to date other women overseas. That's something that I've said before, right, guys?
But I want to know, why does this bother him? Why does he care? That's what I want to know. If you click better with a certain group of women, they just have to be in another country, then other people got to live with that. They have to live with it. If they can't live with it, then they may need to seek counseling, because they shouldn't care, because it's none of their business.
All right, so it's none of my business, even though your points that you're making about how I'm in your business, they're all false. But it's none of my business, even though you put it on public platform to be commented on. All right, let's continue.
So I want to look at something here.
And you look how he just skipped past all that. So he went down my page to find whatever he found, but he skipped past all the motivating, all the you are the master, all how to complete your goals, how to move forward in life, how to reprogram your mind, how to become in harmony with your ideas, all the progressive shit that I put out there. You jump past it. Let's go.
Yo, this is Disagreeable. I'm Disagreeable. Welcome to Disagreeable, man. We're live. I'm an actual person. I'm not a Russian bot, as you can see.
I would want some water.
Do you guys hear that? I let that play for a reason. You hear that? He stopped my shit, and then you hear some kids wherever he's at in Africa or some other third world country where his kids got to go fetch water with bare feet with buckets on their head and all that. You feel me?
Go to the bench up there.
Okay. I go up there. All right.
You online talking about me. Why don't you go raise your tribe and teach them Swahili or whatever you're doing, bro? Go raise your kids, man. Go raise your kids. Instead of looking at old videos from me, when was this video, bro? I don't live in that condo anymore. You're a little late. I lived there almost a decade, like 9 years. Yes, I lived in a penthouse on top of the fucking world in Miami. East, facing east, over the park, over the ocean, no obstruction to my view of all the heavenly glory. You feel me? But I don't live there anymore, dog. This is the old video.
Now, this individual is an anti-passport bro. All right. He feels it's wrong for men to date women in other countries. All right. Why does he care?
Yo, look how he has my face frozen on there. He's like, this individual is anti-passport, bro. That shit is funny, dog. Hold up.
Right. He feels it's wrong for men to date women in other countries. All right. Why does he care? He want to know why he cares.
He called me a clown. He called me a clown. It's up now. He called me a clown. It's up now, bro. Damn, I gotta be a clown? Why I gotta be all that? Why I gotta be all that? He really got me like one of those, you know, those random pictures of this guy's won it or whatever. They couldn't find any pictures. But as everybody here knows, all these accusations are categorically false.
I'm not a deep fake. I'm not one of ChatGPT's personalities. You feel me? I'm a real human, but you don't need to see me. Let's get it.
Okay, the sound quality is a bit low on this video. All right.
First thing I'm gonna do.
But okay, I'm gonna stop share. I just want to show his channel off.
Thank you.
But I want to know, why is a man choosing to date? Because he clicks better with the traditional women, much better than he does with the American women, and everybody's like butthurt over it.
I'm butthurt. You feel me? I'm mad that he's clicking with traditional women, with your AI avatar of your fantasy in your mind or whatever. You feel me? That dude. If you look at my AI reproductions, they look exactly like me. You feel me? That don't look like you. And your woman, that don't look like you either. And I get very bombastic over here. I'm trying to keep it respectful because I see that you tagged me in this, hoping that I would see it and show up, which I would have shown up if I saw it. So I'm tagging you if you want to. You feel me? I just wanted to show this, that these passport guys are coming at me without doing any research. They're just saying, he says I made a comment on one of his videos hating on him. I didn't even know who this guy was. So a random video must have got pushed into my algorithm. You feel me? And I probably did say something crazy. Feel me? I'm not like I'm not like you guys. I'm just gonna lie and say I probably did say something crazy. You feel me? But I don't know you, so it wasn't directly towards you. You feel me? Excuse me, hitting the J. And I just want to extend this invite out there. We can schedule it or whatever. If you want to come up here and talk, and you want to let me know your position, and let me know how you obtained your opinion about your perspective about my position. You feel me? Because you could have easily just went down my page and see that I've been a bunch of places. I'm pretty open about how I move and what I do or whatever. I don't care about guys going and finding wives and shit. Like, that's gonna happen on Earth. You feel me? That's gonna happen. Only thing I'm concerned with is you selling these dreams to people and getting them scoped and effed up and robbed. Because here's the thing. You know how they say, like, I think in this past year, they say like 40 guys in Colombia died from scope, and I see they're doing it in Brazil. They're getting heavier with it or this and that or whatever. And that's the underworld, and you should respect the underworld. But when you are a square, you feel me? And that is not I'm not dissing you by calling you a square. Intelligent guys who are ever in the streets aspire and work hard to become what you are. You feel me? So it is not a diss. It's just a reality that you might not be able to handle these rough environments like another person may be able to. You can't give this open-ended advice. Yeah, just go out there. The women are nice. They're better. They're nice. You go out there, it's gonna be okay. No, you're getting guys hurt. You're getting desperate men hurt by doing that. You need to be real with them. Bitches don't like you. Remember in America when you were like, oh, I was having trouble with the American women, they're non-traditional, blah, blah, blah. Bitches don't like you, dog. And I'm not saying it to you personally as a diss. I'm saying in general. This is the modern era. This is a modern era. They do not like you. They want your bread. If you happen to be one of, and I'm gonna go with your guys' rules. If you happen to be one of the 20%, might pretend to like you, but even the 20% guys get BS in the end. You feel me? Bitches don't like you. Just accept that. If you didn't have baddies in America, when you go overseas, you should be suspicious when baddies are talking to you. If you didn't have baddies in America, when you go overseas, I'm gonna say it again, you should be suspicious, cautious, if baddies are giving you attention. You feel me? Am I saying it's impossible for you to get a bad woman? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying you need to be cautious if that wasn't a part of your reality before you started traveling. You feel me? All of a sudden, before, nobody thought you had charisma, nobody thought you were funny, any of that. But now you're overseas and bitches are treating you like you're witty and you're hilarious. You feel me? But I don't want to go in on this guy because I don't want him to feel like I'm going in on him. Because he can come speak his mind against me, He can hit the link or whatever, or you can like hit me up in the background and we can talk about it. Excuse me. Flying Low says they better be taking notes. Here's the thing. People don't want to believe it. People don't want to believe it. And me, I'm not the most attractive guy in the world or whatever. I'm just by default in one of these high percentages that you guys talk about because I'm tall. Because I'm tall and I'm a bit bombastic. You feel me? That's it. That's it. And I can tell you something about that. Bitches don't like me. You feel me? Like, and let me get this straight. Yeah, this light shit is so weird to me. Are you sexually attracted to me? Maybe. Yeah, are you sexually attracted to me? It's whatever. You feel me? You don't like me. You feel me? Let's take it outside of sex. Maybe you see I have some resources. Maybe you see I have some resources and you want to get at that. That's it. And here's another thing. I'm not saying it's impossible to even catch a vibe with in another country. Because I'm from Miami, so I already had like a little Spanish down, but nowhere near enough. No, let me not say I didn't have shit. Let me stop fronting. I studied intensely before I went to Columbia the first time, and I don't know. My jokes are hidden, dog. That to me, just because I can communicate with these people out there doesn't mean I'm speaking Spanish. You feel me? I need to be able to convey my intelligence and my personality through the other language. If I can convey my intelligence and my comedy through a different language, then I'm speaking it. And yes, man, I got bitches out there still telling jokes in Spanish shit that I made up. But yeah, I don't want to harp on this too much. You feel me? I don't want to harp on this too much. I just noticed this morning, so I want to comment on it. Oh yeah, no, I thought somebody had hit the link. Oh yeah, so I saw this earlier today. I just wanted to comment on it. I can give way more information about why I feel a certain way about this so-called passport bro movement or whatever, and it has nothing to do with any of the points that you made. Oh, he doesn't want men finding wives and going and dealing. He doesn't. I mean, you could just show me saying something along these lines, and then you can counter that point, or you can speak to me directly and find out that you're wrong, or you can speak to anybody in my audience and figure out that you're wrong. You feel me? And then we can get down to the real points, and let's see what your counterpoints are for my points, since I'm just a clown and a hater. You feel me? Because I could talk about you, about how you're online talking about passport bros when you got kids over there begging you for water. You feel me? How about you go take care of your kids? You married so long, you're so happy with your foreign wife. Why are you online talking to American niggas? Why don't you go build a legacy? Why don't you go build a legacy? Get on the dog. But I'm gonna move on from here. The next point I wanted to touch on, because it kind of goes with the live I did the other day. The Charlie Kirk fallout. You feel me? How all these evil people came online and they're just like, because let me say it again, I don't like Charlie Kirk. I don't care about him. I really don't care about these people like that. I just think it was evil for when some guy, and I think everything's fake. It's probably a psyop, it's probably a blood squib, and I don't know. When he, like, before he said the thing about the gun violence or whatever, or inner city violence counts, how he put his hands down and he kind of sat up and he closed his eyes. He kind of looked like he knew that shit was. To me, he kind of looked like he knew that shit was coming. He kind of knew that shit was coming. I don't know, but I'm not talking about that right now. Let's say that it's all real. People coming online, just celebrating, dancing, in the same way I felt about like Kevin Samuels. I'm not any super fan of Kevin Samuels, but when all these black women came out and they're like doing parties and making little weird pictures of Kevin Samuels and all this, like, it doesn't like, oh my God, you're killing my tribal leader. I don't care about that. I'm not in any of your corny ass tribes. I'm just saying it's distasteful and it's pointless. It's distasteful and it's pointless. You feel me? And then we see all these white people, so we know it's not a black woman thing. We saw all these white people, all these weirdos out here celebrating some guy that, if you want to believe the movie exactly how it played out, get shot in his neck just for talking on a bright sunny day in America. Nigga, ain't nothing more American than that. Talking on a bright sunny day is the American dream. Saying whatever you want to say. Go outside and talking crazy on a bright sunny day. You feel me? People are happy. Here's the thing. You could be happy about it too. I just think in going up online and voicing it and like, I know, it's weird. But let me say this. I think you should be able to do that. I think the distasteful, disgusting thing that you're doing, I think you should be able to do that. This is America. I'm a free speech absolutist. You feel me? You might be gross and disgusting to me. You're distasteful, and I would never do that shit. But especially like I can understand hating somebody that like I don't want to get into my life and shit, but through things in my family and street shit and all types of weird shit, there are people who I go dance and piss on their grave or whatever. You feel me? I'm trying to be a better person. There's some people who I want to go get their mamas right now. You feel me? This is real. This is real rage. This is real anger. This is real malevolence from the pits of my soul that I'm suppressing. You motherfuckers online are weird. You want to dance on the grave of somebody you never met, never known. Just as person. Nobody did anything. Nobody transgressed you. Nobody did anything to you and your family directly. None of that. You just want it. That just shows how evil you are and how much you want attention. You feel me? It just shows how evil you are and how much you want attention. You feel me? To me, I just want to chill and have a good time. My nature is not to want to hurt people and do things like that. You feel me? But everybody has a trigger point. I'm just saying your trigger point is so low and easy to get to because you're evil at your core. You feel me? And you need to do what I suggested in my last video, the power of doing nothing. You need to do, every time you think about doing something, you're about to perform an action, you need to do nothing. Do nothing and think about what the fuck you're about to do and how stupid you are and how evil you are. How there's a demonic spirit over you, a goddamn egregor is on your ass. You feel me? Now, I've seen the fallout of people doing this, right? That people are getting fired, they're getting doxxed, and blah, blah, blah. Businesses are getting destroyed, may or may not be getting destroyed. And people say like, oh, you think people should lose their jobs and shit for what they said? But it's a whole the free speech, a double-edged sword type shit. No, I don't think you should lose your position for saying what you said. But your employer is allowed to have an opinion. They're allowed to have an opinion, and if it's counter to their opinion and you voice something disgusting and possibly dangerous, they can get you up out of there. That's not violating your free speech. That's you being a dumbass. You feel me? That's not violating your free speech. That's you being a dumbass. And it's crazy, like, the same people are like, oh, you're mad at me for my free speech, and now you want my job taken away for... Yo, how do I say this? If you were a person who was delighted at this guy being harmed for speaking freely in America, that's what we do here, for speaking freely in America, if you were delighted that he was harmed, you should have no problem that your job got taken away. If you're okay, we're going by the regular, I don't believe nothing, everything's fake, but if we're gonna go by the TV narrative, if you're happy that a white man, come on, let's talk about it. If you're happy that a white man performing free speech in a public forum on a bright sunny day with his white blonde wife and family and kids and little white babies and shit, that's the most American shit ever. You feel me? And we're going to get too deep. That's the most shit. And if you're mad at some guy doing that, and you think it's okay for him to get unalived for chilling on a bright sunny day, using his right of free speech in America, and now you're gonna cry about losing your job? So it's okay for him to get unalived for just doing his thing and not even being malevolent, just expressing his opinion. But you think it's an injustice that you lost your job for spewing out hate and violence. You feel me? Because there's free speech, but there's caveats to this shit. I can't like threaten your life to do this and that or incite. And there's also like another part like incite to violence or some shit like that, right? But you niggas know what it is. You feel me? So yeah, I don't want to harp on it or go in on it too much. I'm just saying like it all goes back to my previous video, the power of doing nothing. I might need to do more videos on the power of doing nothing so people can learn. You feel me? Oh, it goes right in the final part of the title. People can learn. You are the master. How about you stop being triggered? How about you stop acting from your reptilian brain? How about you move outside of your flight or fight patterns and shit like that? And then you get to realize you are the master. But for you, a lot of people, I don't think you're ever going to get there. I think you got to live many lives, many masters out this motherfucker. You feel me? But yeah, I'm freestyling, so pretty much done with this. This looks a little different. Hold on. I'll drop the link, see if anybody wants to say a couple words. That's it. Give me 2 seconds. See what's up with this. Oh. All right, my bad. Stepped away to go check on the dog. Anybody want to make any comments on this? Damien H. I don't know if I've seen you here before. Well, what's good? Welcome if you're new. Hit the like button. You know, the channel is for unliked thinkers. You feel me? Unliked thinkers. Does that make sense? I'm going to shut it down. Give people a couple minutes. See if anybody wants to hit the link, put their 2 cents in. Well, Carmen said yes, so she wants to put her. And the thing with this whole Charlie Kirk situation, it is kind of it's not really bothering me because we've already gone through COVID, and I know how pathetic and dangerous the masses are. So it's not shocking me, but just seeing people like how easy it is to control and propagandize people. Let's say even if the guy is actually dead, that the whole, you can't just do something to some guy I don't know and it makes me want to go to Civil War. And then people are bringing up and the cops killed George Floyd, and then these people went in and burned down the cities or whatever. I'm like, I don't know. I was in Miami. I was watching videos all over the country during that George Floyd shit. It was a bunch of white people out there, dog. It's a majority like white people and all these other people. And Miss Cantrell says, Candace and his wife's speeches made me sad and cry. I saw when his wife went live or whatever, and they pushed that shit through the algorithm hard because I don't follow and have never followed Charlie Kirk. But that shit was right there. Boom, this person's live right now. You know? So I clicked on it, and I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to critique it too much. It seemed very disingenuous to me. It had an air of fake, but you know me. You know I think everything's fake. It had an air of fakeness to it, and I'm looking at the super chats coming in. Those shits are flowing in like crazy, and I'm like, people are so weird and tribal. The only way they know how to. You think this guy who has millions and millions of dollars needs your money right now? That's how people just want to be seen, and they don't know any other way to offer value than to give their money away. How about you keep your money and you build around you? The same vision that you shared with this guy, how about you keep your money? He has millions of dollars already. How about you keep your money and you build this world around you? You feel me? Like you think this guy is gonna, let's not get into it, man. These are oligarchs, man. These are bloodlines. People don't become popular by accident. You feel me? Even though I might say maybe some people do become popular by accident because this Nick Fuentes guy is, I don't understand the appeal. Excuse me. I don't understand the appeal at all. This little scrawny, questionable sexuality, weirdo. He's you pushing white real heavy. You got a Spanish last name or whatever. But it's just odd to me. It's just like when I look at what you humans and the masses do, I'm like, what the fuck is? It really just discombobulates my brain. I'm like, what? This little scrawny weirdo just talking all this bullshit really has captivated you? This is what captivates you? You feel me? And Nick Fuentes isn't talking to anybody. He's not talking to anybody. At least Charlie Kirk was out there and he'd be talking to some, even he's talking to college kids, which they're retarded. But I don't like. He's talking to young adults in college. I don't know, like when people try to say like he's taking advantage of kids or whatever. All right, so these children that can vote, you can't even ask them questions, or you're taking advantage of them. It's just odd. It's just odd. What time is it? It's odd, man. Basically, all these people. You feel me? Nick Fuentes is a very interesting one to me because I don't see the appeal at all. I don't get it at all. Even if he's saying the things that a certain demographic of people want to hear, how do they choose him to get behind? It's very odd to me. It's very odd to me. Like if I was a white guy and I wanted to get behind some like whatever, I don't even know what people are talking about because I'm involved. But if I was a white guy and I want to get behind some white rhetoric, I'm gonna get behind like a real nigga. That's yo, that's yo. That sounds crazy. Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm gonna get behind like a real white dude, dog. Nigga been lifting logs all day, cutting trees on his property because he owned land and shit, chopping wood. You feel me? Nigga got mad pistols. He got a wife, some white babies and shit. You feel me? Nigga got a flannel shirt, button up. Nigga working all day in jeans and boots and button up shirts in the heat. But he can't take that shit off because the bugs will bite him and the briars will cut his legs and shit. You feel me? Living that real American shit. But y'all want to follow Nick Fuentes. That's just odd to me, bro. I gotta be real. That shit's just odd to me. Well, I think I let the link sit there long enough. Nobody tapped it, so it is what it is. This is disagreeable. I am disagreeable. We are disagreeable. Do the YouTube things. Shout out to Flying Low, Damien H, Carmen, Magical Family, and anybody else I might have missed. Peace.